Alrighty. Hello everyone, welcome back to another playthrough and potentially the last playthrough of Return of the Obra Dinn. So I have been playing this game literally all day, trying to get through these fades, and I will say I've had to look online many times because what they say makes no sense to me sometimes. The ones that had me most held up were, so let me go through the ones I was able to figure out by myself. This one, name, complete guess, I just put George Shirley, and I already knew that he had been blown by a terrible beast because he died right along with Christian Wolf, who was also blown up with a cannon by a terrible beast. So literally just got lucky with that one. This one, I was able to reduce, and I think I explained it last playthrough, so I'm not gonna worry about this one. This one, I noticed that in pictures, or in the picture, like this one, homeboy is standing next to other shipmen. So I kind of just made a guess that he's most likely a shipman, and it just so happened that it was Peter specifically. So that one was, again, just a radical guess. This one, I think I had watched through some clips, and I assumed that he was one of the, because you remember how in the Doom chapter there's a part where the Kraken flipped over a boat. I assumed he was one of those people in the boat, and it just so happened to be correct. So that was a guess too. This guy was also a guess, Alexander Booth. I just put a name. I knew he was a seaman. I just didn't know his name. But I put a name. I think I assumed he was one of the people who was drowned by the beast when he flipped over, or when it flipped over the boat. And I just went with that. Real quick, I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Okay, so for Way, I don't know why, I just for whatever reason remember somebody calling him Way one time, and so I went with it, and it happened to be correct. With the helmsman, I think that we did that during the last playthrough. He was the only one touching the helm, and then you go to his very last memory where the Kraken is grabbing his leg, but he's holding on to a ledge. So I just assumed that the Kraken would pull so hard and the dude will hold on for dear life that he'd be ripped apart. So I went with that. This one was dumb. This one was just straight dumb. This is the one, if you remember, it says, put me down, let go, easy now, you're in a bad way. The squid, where's my Frenchman? The squid's gone, your mate was torn apart. Vardammit, the beastie said, how did you kill it? We didn't, it left with the storm. Captain came up from the hole, said he chased it off, you should rest. A curse like that shouldn't be left for nothing. And then it has like the sound of his heart giving out. So I thought, okay, he's dying of old age. But no, apparently it's torn by a beast. And nothing in his death suggested it had anything to do with the beast. He's perfectly fine. Like, maybe, is his arm gone? Is that what it is? I mean, I guess he was bleeding rather profusely, so maybe there was a scene I missed. Because I would never in my life assume his death would be torn by beast. Let me look at it again, because that one makes me mad, honestly. No, his arm's there. Oh, but his other arm's gone. Okay, yeah. Okay, I guess I can understand that then. So there must be a scene I didn't see clearly where dude got his arm ripped off by the Kraken. Okay, well then that's on me. I'll accept that one. That one's on me. This one was a guess. I just guessed that the person who killed him was a Russian because he just looked like it, and I already knew his name because, again, literally someone went out to him and said, "Paul, look out," and he's the only Paul there. So this one was a guess. I just guessed that the woman who shot him was Emily Jackson, and that the younger woman would be called Miss Bird Jane or whatever. So I just went with that. This one, I knew. I was able to figure out by myself. I think we kind of pieced together in the previous playthrough that this has to be the gunner's mate because he was always with the gunner, aka Christian Wolf. And it was pretty clear that he was shot by the fourth mate. It was like right there. This was pretty obvious. This one was a guess too when it came to the name. I knew he was killed by the gunner's mate because if you watch some scenes of before he actually is dead, you see the gunner's mate run after him with a knife, and then next thing you know he has a knife in his back. So just like, okay, most likely knifed by the gunner's mate. And similar thing as someone else, I saw that he was standing next to other midshipmen, so I made a conclusion, okay, he's probably a midshipman, and just so happened to be Thomas. Bada bing, bada boom, dum dum. These, I think I know what they are now. I know their names, but I think I know that they're alive. These were hard, and I'm just an idiot with Henry because guess what? I don't know how I didn't catch this. Henry Evans, he wrote the preface, and if you read it, it says, use the pocket watch to determine the identity and fate of everyone aboard, complete each chapter accurately, and return the book by guaranteed post to the French Office of Affairs in what? Morocco. So dude's alive and he went to Morocco. I don't know how I didn't catch that. It did not click at all that those are the same people, but they are. So Henry Evans was alive, and I guess from there you're supposed to just like assume the fourth mate steward went with him, because if you remember the last scene we see him, they're fighting with that Russian guy who stabbed Paul, and the fourth mate the steward, he seems to be trying to climb back onto the ship, and that's the last thing you see. So I was assuming, okay, he's still on the ship, but like he's not. So I guess you're supposed to assume he goes with Henry Evans, and they go to Africa together. No evidence really that he went with them and specifically stayed with them, but I guess you're supposed to just assume that. And based on that, I'm assuming these guys also went with them to Africa. Yeah. All currently solvable fates correct. Okay. There is nothing left to do on the Obra Dinn. Well then. Yeah, that's... Henry Evans makes sense, so I guess you're supposed to just assume because they're with Henry Evans, they all went to Africa. I guess I can kind of see that logic. One thing that is annoying is that... I was going to say this earlier. It's in the calling. This part. And a couple other parts. This is why Patrick O'Hagan was never confirmed to be correct, because it wasn't. I said he was speared by a foreign enemy. Apparently, it's speared by a terrible beast, because they consider the mermaids as beasts. And I didn't see it like that. I saw them as these are like sentient creatures, and like they have like imposable thumbs or whatever. Like they could throw spears. I wouldn't term that creature a beast. I feel like what they should have done, in my opinion, would have been it's either a terrible beast or a foreign enemy. Like, what do they mean by foreign enemy? Does it have to be a person? I didn't think it had to be a person. So, and besides, it's person-like. It's like a mermaid thing, which are person-like. So, like, that's why that was never confirmed, because it was wrong. And I personally don't think it was a good idea to describe those things as beasts. I think it could have gone either or, foreign enemy or beast. And I think the same issue was there for both of these. Yeah, because I was terming them, again, foreign enemies. But after getting finally Patrick O'Hagan correct, I was just like, okay, well then, drawn by a terrible beast. And then, yeah, it worked. Similar thing happened again with what I would term a foreign enemy being termed a beast, like with Nicholas. I knew his name was Nick, that was obvious, because they literally called him Nick one time. But the issue was, again, I termed the thing that stabbed him as a foreign enemy. But no, it was termed a terrible beast. So, yeah, it's small things like that. Just like, they should have, it should be either or, because that was frustrating. Just like, why aren't we getting more fates correct? Like, it's a foreign enemy. What do you want from me? Just like, now it's a terrible beast. It's like, same thing. See, like, I personally wouldn't call the Kraken the same thing as those crab-looking people who ride, like the crab riders. Like, they seem almost human. So I wouldn't call them a beast. Beast says animal, which is just like a mindless lion or something that just goes purely on instinct. These mermaids, those crab riders, they obviously have some type of like sentience, intelligence, etc., to the point that they can make spears and learn to ride crabs. But no, they're just going to term it a terrible beast. That's weird to me. There was one person that I wanted to show that was, I forgot where it was. Who it was. I think it was, what I think is, who was it? There was someone where it was just like, I was the idiot. Which, yeah, that makes sense. I'm commonly the idiot. I'm joking. Who was it? But yeah, I've had to cheat a lot. A lot of them I was able to figure out most of them, I'd say. And then other ones I just like, I guess you can say it's cheating. I confirmed who they were before I continued on, because like I was like positive already that it was that person. I just wanted to be confirmed right then that it was right. So if you want to call that cheating, then I cheated the entire time, I guess. Gosh, who was it? There was a particular person. This one. This one was interesting. So I knew he was the last Indian guy just by how he looked. He looks Indian to me. But I thought he was spiked by a beast, and that's how he died. It's true though. It's true that he was spiked by a beast. However, that's not how he actually died. In the dialogue, if you read, you said you have a shoot the dang thing. Someone shoot the dang thing. And someone shot. And that shot went through the wall, hitting him and killing him. So it wasn't the beast spikes that resulted in him dying ultimately. It was the gunshot. And the shot came from Charles Minor. So that was on me. That was something I didn't realize until I confirmed his name and I accidentally saw what the fate was. So yeah, that was so I would say some of them were just like, yeah, that was definitely my fault. There's a couple just like, yeah, I should have paid more attention. That's on me. But then there's other ones that are just like, that could have gone either way, and the fact y'all didn't let one or more answers be acceptable is kind of perturbing, but alright. So that is that. Let's return these and get the lazarette open.
We should go. Storm's nearly about, so we won't be coming back.
Took me so many hours. I don't think I could have gotten all this had I not used the internet.
Sit down so you don't fall out.
It's actually it's pretty complicated. Again, I was able to get a lot of them myself, but I definitely had help via the internet. Just I'm kind of disappointed about kind of wish I was able to do it myself, but again, the way this game works, it's not exactly how the game describes things isn't exactly how I would describe things, or some things just are not clear. All right, the Honorable East India Company insurance lesson for the good ship Obra Dinn, victim of calamitous events at sea. Sunken storm, 20,000, 50,000, 5,000, 30,000. Let's see, Captain Woodard was suicide gun. Estate forfeited to the crown. William Hascott, attempted mutiny. Estate fine, 25 pounds. Edward Nichol, shotgun. Attempted mutiny. And then, yeah, it's just all these people. I don't have to run you through every fate. That's a lot of them. There's a lot of film. Okay, a preliminary draft of the assessment has been approved by the Royal Trade Guarantor. Total claim 29,285. On behalf of the Honorable East India Company, I certify all statements as accurate and declare this matter closed in its entirety. Hayek, Chief Inspector. I wonder what his signature is. I wonder who this is. Like, who are you playing as? The pocket watch remains in your possession. The book returns to its original owner, Henry Evans, in Morocco, as requested. I'm ready. One year later.
Oh, goodness. What a night. You know, you should be out in Can you believe it? A package at this hour? Oh, the thing smells just dreadful.
Oh.
Better you don't open it inside. I'll be turning in now. Tea's in the kitchen if you need more.
Chief Inspector, I write to you with the unfortunate news that Dr. Evans has passed away. He succumbed to illness shortly after receiving your package. He was very pleased with our correspondence and asked that his gratitude to be expressed by returning the book to you along with the means to complete it. As for the three of us that remain, the Obra Dinn is a distant memory and a dreadful chapter in our lives that we wish to forget. Do not write back. Regards, Jane Bird. What's that? It's a hand. This tale belongs to you now. Please finish it. So it's just the bargain that's left. Why do you feel the need to hide this entire time? I guess we shall find out.
There you are. Collect your things. Where's the key? To that door. Gone? Yeah. There's no time. We need to go. Right. Here you go. What are you up to? Nothing, Bruce.
Oh my. Who he killed? He killed the monkey. He shot the monkey. Oh my gosh, there he is. I was running this. Wait, no, wait. I'm still looking around. So he said, there you are, collect your things. Where's the key to that door? Gone. Dang. There's no time, you need to go. Right, in you go. What are you up to? Nothing good. Who's this? Oh.
A third shell. Captain didn't toss them all. Leave it. Help me lift this. Stop! Why? Well, set you free. Give it the shell. Do it. Hoist it out. To the main deck. Throw it over. Lock the door when you leave. Get the tail, boy. In return, the ship. The Obra Dinn.
see them.
So, who's he talking to? I'm guessing these guys. So he was spiked by a terrible beast. Oh, it doesn't even have, it still doesn't have his death card here. Let me see. A friendly but not entirely pleasant monkey companion was sacrificed in the pursuit of knowledge. Okay. Okay, now we're going to get the card. So he was spiked by a terrible beast. That's what it looks like. That's what I'm guessing, or are they saying poison? Are they saying shot? It's one of the beasts.
I'll kill every last one of you monsters. Withdraw the Kraken!
What?
I will kill you all!
Withdraw the Kraken. So the captain, they had captured one of those things, or it seems to be a couple of them, and they thought they brought the Kraken? And this is the captain's steward. He has the shell again. So there's something about this shell. A captured beast fought against his jailer and was speared for the trouble. Oh, it's another one.
Call it off, damn you! This is your Kraken! You brought it here! Send it back!
Okay, so yet again, Captain shot another one. Dude still dead. When we gonna get to how your oh, what is interesting how it's okay. I guess because it belongs to the captain, it's gonna have the little dots around it. Can we get to this thing with the shell? Like, what is this? That chest and that shell. Those two have always been like, since the calling, like this unknown thing. Sorry, I couldn't mute in time. An unholy creature defiant streaks were greeted with a fatal bullet. Can we finally get to this guy? Thank you.
What's this? Quicksilver.
Burn to death?
Herregud.
Yes, it sounds like burned to death. Just like anyone who touches that shell, they're burned to death. And it seems like the chest contains the shell. So they went out, took the shell, mermaid people attack to get the shell back. Doesn't work. They kill the mermaid people, come back to the ship. Once back at ship, Kraken comes. Why did the crab riders come? So that's the Captain Stewart. And it seems like he was burned. Saw the entire book. Well done. All fates correct. Obra Dinn. Well then. Would you look at that? All done. Wow. Again, still a little upset I had to go to the internet so many times. But I think I did pretty well considering how much I was able to catch a couple of things. Made some good guesses. So there it is. So let's see. Let's keep going, and then we can maybe do a quick review of what the entire story of the Obra Dinn is. Yeah, you can put it back. You're done with it. The end. That was pretty cool. I really like the formatting. Only thing is I do think that because let me actually go back in. Let me I guess we can try to just remember from the top of my head. So we started with loose cargo. That's when you have one of the brothers died. I want to look at the chapters. We went back into the ship. The book's brought in chapter was set, but no other progress will be lost. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So Samuel dies because something happened. There was a stowaway. He died. Then we get to a cold. Sickness goes around. A lot of the people die then. Then we get to murder. Don't know why he murdered the passenger. Like, why? But he did. Resulting in this guy being falsely accused and put to death. Not sure why these guys got into a squabble. That was also in that guy dying. Then we get to the calling. They go out to sea. They find the chest with the shell. They're attacked by beasts. Dude, Nichols sucks. He comes back with murdered/killed beasts. And with Miss Lim and Ben dead. And he's like, don't shoot, I have treasures. But because he literally killed everyone he cares about, Troy Tan killed him. So, makes sense. And these guys were on the boat during the voyage to bring back the chest with the shell in it. And they were drowned in the process. Then we get to unholy captives. Oh, that's why it's called unholy captives, because they took the mermaid creatures captive. So we took those things captive. These things are flashing. That's how this guy gets killed. And in their effort to bring it down, this guy falls and dies. And I guess this guy he got in a fight with Philip Dahl. I'm not sure exactly why. I can't remember. Then the storm comes. He gets electrocuted. And the Kraken comes. So it could be true that the Murd people did bring the Kraken. Because shortly after they're taken captive, the Kraken comes. Because after this part... Oh, wait, no. You have both the Kraken and those crab people. So maybe the crab people were working with the mer people. That's weird. But those guys come and ruin everything. And then you get to the Kraken even more. That thing killed Merc's whole bunch of people. Killing her too. And they either drowned, torn apart, capsized, whatever. Then you get to the bargain. It's just like, hey, make the Kraken go away or else. And Henry Evans, the doctor, shoot the monkey for some reason. They said for knowledge. And let's see. The captain steward went into the chest, took the shell, burning his arm off. And in the process of, maybe the monkey took the shell, and that's why Henry Evans shot the monkey. That's possible. And it seems to be in their effort to release the Murd creatures. The third mate, Martin Perrott, gets spiked by them and he dies. Then we get to the escape, which I'm not surprised they want to escape. They were just basically attacked by 3 different monsters in God knows what time frame. Very scary stuff. And you have a young woman, or have a young girl, a woman, and then Paul Ma. So they tried to escape. There's just like too much going on. This dude just like, you can't go taking the last boat to escape. They ignore that. They manage to escape. And this is when the mutiny starts. Because this guy, Whiter, is engaging or is talking about you can't trust the captain. And the person he's talking to is thinking that. And so one of the stewards, one of the mate's stewards, overhears this, runs away, yelling mutiny, mutiny, resulting in this bloodbath. And I guess during all that shenanigans, these 4 managed to successfully escape. And then you finally get to the end. Just the last couple of people alive. I guess the mutiny has been a relative success with either people killing each other because of sickness, whatever. Because I wonder how many people are left. Like, once those guys leave, I guess a good chunk of them would be dead by then. And if these 4 left and you don't have the surgeon anymore, he just abandoned ship, then I guess it wouldn't be a lot left. And so they go through with the mutiny, trying to kill the captain. Captain fights them off. And it ends with him shooting himself. Wow. That is quite the story indeed. Well, that is Return of the Obra Dinn. I liked it. I do like it. I like the concept a lot. It's a really cool concept. Really cool animation. I like the idea of having to deduce certain aspects, such as the person's name or what happened to them, by really examining your surroundings. I think my favorite part was figuring out people's names by watching their activities in certain scenes. That was really cool. It made us feel really smart when I successfully was able to use that method to determine someone's name. It was really cool. That was really cool. But again, I will say there are some fates, some deaths that were not clear at all. I feel like it may have been better to add a bit more into certain scenes to make it a little bit more obvious what is happening. Not a lot, but just something to make it clear. Just like, hey, this person, Ben grabbed a knife and he stabbed the guy in the throat. Because it wasn't clear in that scene. Just like, he's calling for help, so it looks like he's helping him, not stabbing him. We don't even see a knife. I think maybe you can ascertain he was stabbed, because I think maybe his body had a knife in it, but I don't remember. So maybe that's on me again, but I don't know. And I will say some of the fates could have been interpreted differently, like calling the beasts foreign enemies. I feel like that's a valid term to call them, not just beasts. So I feel like both fates could have worked, because there was one with Ben, with his death, you supposedly could have put either burned or poisoned, so they could have done a similar thing when it came to terming the mer people and the crab riders. And only other thing I would think would have been perfect for this game are hints. They should have had a hint option, because that way then I feel like I wouldn't have had to use the internet so much. If they had some mechanism so that you could willingly ask for a hint or just ask for a solution in game, I feel like that would have made the experience less dependent on my using of the internet. Could it be that I'm just an idiot? Yes, that is very possible. But I mean, there's a lot of people. And then all the fates are not very clear. So it would be nice to have, say you get stuck, something pops up and it's just like, hey, do you want a hint? Or like, hey, here's someone you can solve now. Here's someone, it's very clear what their fate is. Or something to pinpoint, hey, this person's fate is within this scene. And say it's not a death. Say it's just like a disappearance. So just like, hey, this person's disappearance, their fate, what happened to them is in this scene. Because I feel like that wasn't clear all the time. Again, maybe I'm just the problem. That's very possible. But hints would have been nice. But overall, if I had to say, the game's good. It's a good game. It's fun. If you want to be a detective and do basically a long jigsaw-like game, this is perfect for you. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I do really like the concept. Just a couple of things I wish were different to make the experience a bit more doable without the use of the internet. But again, that could just be me. Alright, so that is it for the trailer of Obra Dinn. We probably won't be starting a new game immediately because we're still trying to finish up Devil May Cry. So I might actually just focus on Devil May Cry before trying to go on to another game. But we'll see what happens. So yeah, all of that will come out and then we can move on from there. Alright, so thank you to those who voted I play this game. I greatly enjoyed it. This was fun. I hope you all also enjoyed it, despite the fact that it wasn't action-packed and had all the violence and fighting mechanics and all that stuff. It's a lot of just sitting here watching me think about and deduct things. So not the funnest thing, but if you're into that type of thing, I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, so thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the next video. Bye.